Hi, I'm JD. I'm the main man behind Grendel. I do music, vocals on stage.
I do guitars. That's about it.
Okay, VLRK started out using the name Flare, which is a Dutch insect, and it basically means something like bastard. And at the time, I was 18 years old. I thought it'd be cool to use that, but I've been moving away from that now and using my own name and also using the real names of the other band members. I feel I'm beyond that now, too old for that shit, and yeah, just want to have a bit more of a mature approach.
Hence why I don't have a code name.
Yeah. No, I didn't. When I started this out, I was doing this out of the love of music. I've been doing music before, and I wanted to basically emulate what I was hearing. And I like everything is a remix. You try to copy your idols, and it ends up sounding totally different. It got picked up by a record label in 2000, and it all went downhill from there. So, yeah, doing it for 15 years now. I never expected to make such an impact on this kind of music. I always wanted to make an impact of some kind. I want to leave my mark with this kind of music, but to actually influence others and sort of reach that point. No. I would. If you'd have asked me back then, told me back then, I'd be here doing an interview with you guys. I wouldn't have believed it. But I'm really happy that how far things have come. It's incredible. I get demos from other people, and I can hear the Grendel influence. There are certain signature elements that I use, the way that I phrase my melody lines, the rhythms I use, that kind of thing, and they're all present in other people's music. The whole sound, lyrically as well, thematically, it's all coming back in a young generation of music, which is a huge honour. It really is.
Which I think for you, in a similar way, when I started listening to Grendel, you could tell that Liver Street has been a massive influence on you.
Absolutely.
You could hear that in the music. It's kind of repeating itself.
Yeah. It's every generation learns from the previous generation. But to actually be one of the main bands that got people into this music to start with, and that's something I hear quite a lot, is people say, your music got me into the industry, and that for me is like, wow, it's amazing. That is something I would never dream of. Harsh EBM. Well, for me, Harsh EBM has a very different definition, because what I started out listening to, I was listening to Yell Work, Leather Strip, and artists like that, who actually distanced themselves from techno. It had a techno element in it, inevitably, but it was distancing itself from that and trying to find new extremes. These days, it is like everything's influenced by contemporary music, and right now with the rise of EDM, there was definitely a big influence of dance music, and especially in our own music, it's very trance-driven. It's dependent on the time that the music is made. It's always influenced by contemporary music.
We're seeing this kind of flying backwards, so it's kind of come back into prominence. I mean, artists like Jacksonville, for example, Alan.
If you're looking at like classical EBM influences, it's going the other way as well. Everything from Brodinsky, Safelstein, what's his name, a lot of techno producers now and also house producers are reaching back to 80s, early 90s industrial EBM influences. So it's going both ways, which is really cool to see. At the time, I was 18, and you know, you're filled with angst, and you know, you want to have, you're looking for an identity, and you feel the world is against you when you're just trying to do the right thing. And Grendel really fit, you know, it suited that. It is a misunderstood creature, yada yada yada, the whole teen angst thing, and Grendel took off, and I can't really change the name now. So that's why, basically. That's why I changed the name to start with, because it fit my mindset at the time. And on stage, I guess we're a bit of a beast. You know, we're rowdy, we're full of energy, vicious. So it works. It works. It will always remain there. There'll always be that aggressive element. It's part of me. I'm not an aggressive person, but I get all my frustrations, fears, a lot of emotions channeled into my music, and that's why it's so intense. And I feel that will always keep it aggressive, hence Aggrotech. That's what you want to call it. It's not the name I'm good with other people. God, I don't know. I'd say trance-driven industrial. I'd say that. I'd agree. Yeah, it's not your typical Aggrotech band. You know, Grendel has always been different, and especially now more than ever. It's trying out new ideas, trying to reach back to things that are being missed out, I feel, in a lot of industrial music. The complexity, the amount of detail that we put into music, the attention to detail when it comes to filtering, automation, that kind of thing. It's quite technical. So yeah, not your average. I mean, no offense to myself, I know it's but a lot of it is very straightforward. Whereas Grendel, a lot of thought is put into the intricacy. I think it was one of the first releases that had no B-sides, and this was what most reviews said. They were all A-sides. Every track could be played in the club, and that's what happened. And that's something I've tried to continue. And again, with Timewave Zero, every track had to be just a banger. It had to stick in your mind. I don't want to be making forgettable tracks, because what's the point? What's the point of making filler? You know, you make a piece of art to leave an impression on people, and I think that was a major breakthrough. That's why I got a lot of attention at the time, and it suited the style of music at the time. It was fast album, full of energy. I think that's what attracted a lot of people. Also, the identity of Harsh generation. It was a, how do you say that? A slogan almost, a banner. It was announcing Aggrotech or Harsh EBM, saying, you know, we are here. This is what we do. And yeah, like an anthem. Anthem would be the right word. Yeah. That is a tough one. I would say I go with I'd say some of my major influences, you know, and that would, which for me, you mean for me personally, how I would feel would be amazing. I would say have Frontline Assembly on the bill, let them headline, you know, because they are a huge influence for me. They've always, from day one, been a massive influence, and now more than ever, with the level of intricacy in the music. Leather Strip, Klaus and Kurt are awesome people, love them to bits. I'd love to have them on the bill. Ludovico Technique, they've been awesome to tour with. Tactical Sex, great friends. How many people can be on this bill? It'll be a 3-day festival, I think. Yeah, yeah. When we do something, we do it big. So.
Well, if we're going to start with some small ones, forces, because we need to get them somewhere where someone will see them, because we do. They're a band from Australia, and they're awesome.
Yeah, they're amazing. It's influence of Front Two for Two.
Can we put them on the bill as well?
Yeah, Front Two for Two are definitely influence as well. Yeah, it's too many to mention. Contagion, Youth Code, all those guys. Three Teeth doing awesome now.
And you'd say Daniel Meyer.
Daniel Meyer, how job,
many
projects. It's going to be a week's festival. So nobody's going to be able to afford to host it. It's not going to happen. I don't know. I mean, I really wanted to. The goal was to make an album that I would be totally satisfied with, and I think it's the first album that I almost succeeded doing that. Very, very near. It was, yes, I am, and that's why it takes so damn long for me to finish everything. It was really a departure from caring so much about the expectations. I think before it was very much this. It has to be this way. It has to be that way. That's what people want. And I do have that sort of, because the fans are very important. It's very important that music appeals to them, because I don't do this. I mean, part of it's for myself, but it's mostly to make other people go crazy. So I want to make music that makes other people go crazy. What I wanted was something which was high energy, something I could say, this is a real milestone, not only for myself, but for it, as a whole in the industrial scene. And I don't know if it is. I mean, if other people want to call that, please do. But I can't say it is. Anyway, I'm really happy with it. So that's why I reached back and said, what is it about the stuff that got me into this? What is it that really gripped me? And trying to feed those elements into Grendel without actually copying things. So just getting that kind of vibe of the, yeah, I think that's why it kind of reaches back a bit. Main goal, it's impressing the fuck out of people and making great tunes that stick in people's heads. I don't want to make forgettable tunes. Grendel's always been about the hook. It's been about making things memorable and leaving a mark. And it's also venting whatever I want to say, whether with my music or lyrics. It means it's a lot to me, but you know.
Guys live too. It's just that you want to have a reputation for being quite energetic, really powerful live shows, and I think we do that.
Yeah, it's always about making people go crazy at the end of the day. If people will hear the album and are like, going crazy, if they're in the audience going, not that they actually do that.
We have seen that.
Yeah. We see some weird stuff, but. Yeah, if people are going nuts at the end of the day, when hearing our music, that's the main goal. That's what it is. Thank you so much for your endless support. Without this, we wouldn't be here. Thank you for coming out to the shows, for having us here in the US.
Treating us so nice.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. It's been really.
Yeah, this will be a tour which will stick with us forever, and we can't wait to do the next tour.
Definitely. Guess we can.